There are 6 things you must do after you upload a YouTube video, especially if you want to get more views, subscribers, and business. And I typically see most people doing 1 out of the 6, and by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why you should be doing all 6, but what they are, when you should do them, and how you should do them. And if you're new here, my name is Enrico. I have been working in social media for 10 years. The first 7 years of that was spent as a videographer and editor working for some of the largest people on social media who you probably follow. And now for the last 3 years, I've worked as a strategist and have grown my audience on social media to over 340,000 plus followers. I've managed and grown channels with millions of subscribers, and I am now currently the director of social for one of the largest personal brands and podcasts in the entire world. So it's safe to say that content is the thing that I'm obsessed about, and what I'm going to teach you today works because everyone who's winning on YouTube is doing this. So let's dive in. Number 1 is share to your Instagram story. This is one that I see so many people doing, but they're missing the mark with this. Sharing your video to your Instagram story is a great way for you to move your traffic from Instagram to another platform like YouTube. However, what I see most people doing wrong is they take the thumbnail of their video and they throw it up on their Instagram story with the link and they say, new YouTube video, go watch. Listen, especially if you are struggling to grow your YouTube channel, I'm gonna be honest with you, no one's gonna go watch your video from you doing this. Instead, you want to tee up the video so that you highlight all of the outcomes and benefits that someone can gain from watching the video. And you have to make it curiosity driven. For example, when I shared my video talking about how Instagram is now on easy mode, which by the way, you can watch it up here. I wrote this on my story. So here's what I did. At the top, I said, Instagram is now on easy mode. Anyone can blow up in 2025. And then I had the thumbnail in there. But then underneath the thumbnail, I said, the one thing that will give you an unfair advantage over everyone else. The number one mistake I see 99% of business owners making on IG every day, costing them money. How to use psychology to make it stupid simple to hook people and watch your videos. And then at the bottom, I said, reply IG and I'll send you the video to watch. Do you see how that's more interesting? Because it gets people curious to want to watch the video. But then I didn't just include the link on my story for people to tap it. Instead, I had a call to action for them to reply to my story so then I can send them a link. And I did this using a platform called ManyChat, not sponsored by the way. When people reply to your story, that now signals to Instagram that your story is getting a lot of engagement. And so what are they going to do? They're going to push your story out to more of your followers. And the more people that see your story, the more opportunity you have for the people to be interested to go watch your video. All I did was simply connect ManyChat to my Instagram, and then I had them reply with a specific keyword. So then that way I could send them the link to go watch the video. So the next time you want to share your YouTube video to your Instagram story, follow this, and I guarantee more people will want to watch. Super quick. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. You should see the button right now. It should be illuminating, which is telling you to subscribe. So if you are finding this content helpful and you want to grow on social media and you want to make better content, you know what to do. Number 2, clips. Creating clips from your YouTube videos that you can post across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even YouTube Shorts is crucial, especially when it comes to marketing your YouTube video. But there's a couple mistakes that I see with this, especially when it comes to making clips, and we're going to address it. But before we get into that, there are differences with each platform and how they work. So you have to be intentional with how you are cutting clips for each platform. Instagram, for example, I just mentioned how you can use ManyChat in your stories. Well, the same thing applies with your clips, whether it's at the end of the video, maybe you put a call to action on the screen for people to comment a specific word so you can send them the full video, or in your caption, you write out the call to action for them to comment the specific word, and then you send them the video. For YouTube Shorts, you can add a related video, which means you can click the link on the long form video on the actual YouTube Short for people to easily click into it and watch. However, let's say, for example, you're cutting a podcast clip. At the end of the clip, what I would do if I were you is I would add arrows that point, or an arrow that points to the link, right, with the related video, and have a call to action that says, click here for the full episode. And maybe you can consider adding a thumbnail on the end screen or an end screen as a whole, but that way it's very clear for people to click and they know what the call to action is. Just some things for you to consider. Now, when it comes to clips, I mentioned there's a couple problems. Well, the biggest problem that I see is people are just cutting random clips from their video and they're expecting people to know exactly what's going on and have all the context to everything. You could have a great video, but if you have a clip that can't stand alone from the video, then it won't work. With your clips, you need to have a title card on there to create curiosity, to evoke interest and intrigue, music to set the tone, proper pacing, and a call to action for what you want someone to do. But here's the thing, not only is it important for you to do all of that, but even the first few words out of your mouth should act as a hook to have people just drop in and watch. These are some great examples for how to market a podcast. And again, when it comes to your long form video, these help drive people from Instagram, from TikTok, from Facebook, from all of these short form platforms back to the main episode. Or if you're creating a standalone YouTube video, these are great examples as well that get people to your YouTube video because it makes them interested to want to watch the whole thing. I want you to think of your shorts, specifically on YouTube, but your short form videos as like the appetizer, right? Get people interested to want the main course, which is your YouTube video. And by the way, if you want to learn how to engineer virality specifically for your short form videos, I have a 5-day course. It's completely for free. It will teach you how going viral is not luck and that you can engineer it. So click the link in the description. I'll send it to you. Number 3, send an email. This is so underrated. By the way, if you do not have an email list, listen to me, you need to create one immediately because this is not only vital for your social media, but your business. Listen to me very closely. I cannot tell you the amount of entrepreneurs, coaches, business owners, consultants who don't have an email list and who are only relying on social media. Because let me remind you, what happens if Meta goes down, if Instagram goes down? I've seen so many people freak out. And the one thing that alleviates all of that is your email list, because that is where you can directly communicate with your audience. When it comes to sending an email, don't just send a boring email that gives no context as to what's in it for the person who's watching. And especially don't have a boring subject line that no one's going to open. You have to remember this, and no one talks about this. If you want someone to watch your YouTube video, that is a lot of time investment that you are asking from them. So you better make it worth their time, because time is the most valuable asset that we have, and you don't want to waste other people's time. So with your email, you want to have a subject line that stands out from the rest of the other emails that are literally clogging other people's inbox, and preview text that builds off of it. So for example, for this video, an email that I would write for a subject line, it would match the title of the video, okay? And for the preview text, I would have it say, if you want to accelerate your growth on YouTube, right? Because these help build off of each other. The subject line and then the preview text both create a level of interest that you're like, okay, I need to click into this email, and then I certainly have to watch the video. Then for the email itself, I would provide a quick recap and do similar practices for what I talked about with your Instagram story. I would create a lot of curiosity and make sure that I'm highlighting things that the person who I want watching feels so compelled and pulled to want to watch the video, okay? So in that email, for example, I would share the thumbnail and then I would say, here's some key points that you can take away from this. Stop sharing your videos to your Instagram story like this. I see 99% of people royally messing this up. The next point is how to create clips from your YouTube videos that actually drive people to your video. And then number 3, for example, I would say the strategic way to market your video via email that no one's teaching you. Do you see what I'm doing here? I hope this is starting to make sense to you. Number 4, write a long form post on Facebook and LinkedIn. A simple way for you to do this is to copy the transcript from your YouTube video, plug it into ChatGPT and say, I need you to help write me a long form post that helps me market my YouTube video that is made for LinkedIn and Facebook, that highlights however many points you have. And I want the points that you highlight to be curiosity driven so that people will want to go watch the video. Enter. Then you can have a call to action for people to comment on your post, specifically a keyword, and you can manually message them the video, or you can provide the link in the post. My recommendation is to have them comment a specific word. That way you get more engagement on your post and it can reach more people. And I know it might feel like it's a pain, but there is no automation for this. So this is very worth it for you to message each person who comments, especially if your goal is to grow your YouTube channel. You need to do this. Number 5, write an article, blog post, or Substack. I cannot tell you how many people are sleeping on their website or long form written content on your blog or somewhere like your website or Substack. I just want to remind you that YouTube is the second highest search engine in the world to guess who? Google. Your website can and should be optimized so that when people are searching for something, no matter what it is, your article can pop up and be the first thing that they get recommended. And your article or your blog post should be a recap of everything that you talked about. But the difference is you should take the entire transcript of your YouTube video and add all of that to your blog post, okay? Then on your blog post or your website, you can link back out to your YouTube video, right? Because maybe in the video, you provided examples or you did a demonstration that it would be better for people to go watch to see, which again is another incentive for people to go watch your YouTube video. So that way they can see how you did something, or maybe you broke something down, or like I said, you performed something or you demonstrated something, etc. Number 6, post to your YouTube community tab. So many people are sleeping on this. After you post and upload your YouTube video, you should 1000% be promoting it on your community tab. The same principles apply when you're posting to your Instagram story, okay? With creating a lot of curiosity, especially on your YouTube community tab posts. Then you can simply just share the link on there and people can go watch. And it's on the exact same platform, so it's easy for people to go watch it. Side note about your YouTube community tab, I want you to pay really close attention to this. You should be posting on here daily, because if people are watching your YouTube videos, but maybe they haven't subscribed yet, the really cool thing about the community tab, especially on mobile, is people will be served your community tab posts. So it's not only a great way for them to interact with you again, but also subscribe to your YouTube channel to help you grow. And number 7, this is a little bit of a bonus and a little sneaky one, I'm gonna go on a riff here. After you upload and post your YouTube video, you should be checking your analytics, checking the data. The data does not lie, okay? That way you can start to see where are people dropping off. Maybe after the first 30 seconds, your retention dips. Maybe after a certain point, people are gone. What's your average watch time? That way you can start to see what's working, what's not working. Do I need to get into the video faster? Was this too long? Could it be more concise? The data does not lie, so pay attention to it because it will be your best friend. And if you want help to grow your YouTube channel, so you can not only grow your audience and your revenue on YouTube, but that you can grow your business, as in getting more clients, more customers, you need to join my 12-week coaching program that's called One Video Away. We just had a student in there, Andreas, who recently said to me that his main focus has been YouTube because his client is in the wholesaling niche. And even with some of the advice that he's gotten on our calls, he's already seeing improvement in his views and subscribers. But that's not even the best part about One Video Away. It's not just YouTube and long form content. It's also short form content. So if you are a business owner, if you're a coach, an entrepreneur, a consultant who is struggling to grow on social media, or your social media content is not converting to business and you are feeling frustrated and you feel like this whole social thing does not work, I need you to come join the community. It's 12 weeks. You get one-on-one support from me every single week. Okay. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. You're one video away, and I'll see you in the next one.